Hi everyone and welcome to another crafty video. Making small gifts instead of cards is a fun way to have a little variation in your crafting. Recently I had a few YouTube lives where I made different small gifts using Lawn Fawn supplies. You can check out the playbacks on my channel. This time, instead of making a live, I decided to do a quick video about my most recent make, which is this cute soapbar gift. So, without further ado, let's get started. Spreek je Nederlands? Is ondertiteling beschikbaar. As always, I start with coloring my images. I use my Copic markers for that and I put the color number on the left of my paper so you know which color number I use. I use the skunks from the Scent with Love set from Lawn Fawn. The soap and the bubbles are from the Rubber Dub Dub set and all the images are stamped with Lawn Fawn jet black ink using my Misty. This way I can stamp multiple times till I have a nice crisp impression. If you want more details on any supply I use during the video, be sure to check out the blog post I linked in the description to learn more about that. If you want to skip watching me color, you can skip to the time that pop-ups on the screen now. You can also find the clickable time link in the description. After the coloring, I always like to go over the inner lines with a black fine liner. To finish the images off, I'm adding highlights with a white gel pen. I use one of the small staged rectangle stackables to cut a staged rectangle out of the white cardstock suitable for ink blending. I'm going to ink blend a simple gradient using Distress Oxide and I start with the color Uncharted Mariner. I use an ink blending tool to blend it about halfway. Then I take my other color, which is Shaded Lilac, and I'm going to blend the other half with this. I switch back and forth between the colors to get a smooth gradient. I use my Distress sprayer to splatter some water and after a few seconds I take off the excess water with my cleaning rag. I use baby powder on the Shaded Lilac side of the paper because I'm going to heat emboss the sentiment there. This makes it anti-static. I'm using the sentiment "You Are Stinking Sweet" from the Scent with Love add-on, but I'm taking the scripty Stinkin' from the Stinkin' Cute set. You could cut the long sentiments into pieces for easy stamping, but I don't like to cut up my stamps, so I use the stamps to estimate where to stamp them. I start with stamping the Stinkin' stamp and for the placement I check if the beginning and the end of the other text is evenly apart from the left and right side. Then I take it over to my Misty and stamp on the text with clear embossing ink. I sprinkle on white embossing powder and tap off the excess. Then with my preheated heat gun I melt the powder and put the paper back in my Misty after that. Now I'm going to align the other stamp and first I do the end part. I use a piece of purple tape to mask off the rest of the words, then I apply my clear embossing ink, remove the tape and stamp on the sentiment. Then I repeat the steps of sprinkling on embossing powder, melting the powder and do the same steps for the other half of the sentiment. After the heat embossing is done and cooled down, I wipe off the baby powder with my cleaning rag. I put my bar of soap in a plastic pouch and I'm closing it off with the adhesive strip. I made a craft paper mini card base that is the size of the staged rectangle. I use a needle to punch a small hole in the back to let all the air out. This way your label will stay on more flat. I add score tape to the inside of the card base. I wanted to stamp on my logo, so I do that before I adhere it to the soap for easier stamping. I remove the backing of the score tape and I adhere the card base to my plastic pouch. Then I use my ATG gun to adhere the staged rectangle to the front of the card base. Now it's time to make the scene. I first adhere the soap to one of the skunks with liquid glue. Then I use liquid glue to adhere the other skunk and all of the bubbles. And with that, my soapy gift is done. Making small gifts is a fun way to switch up your crafting a bit. Although in this case it's like making a small card, it is still a very fun switch up of crafting. Again, if you are looking for more small gift ideas, check out the playbacks of the YouTube lives I did. I hope you enjoyed watching my video and that you feel inspired to get crafty as well. If so, please consider leaving a thumbs up, subscribing to my channel and ringing the bell to receive a notification when a new video is up. Thanks for watching, see you next time, bye!